It's all right. We are the famous five. Judy, Dick, and George, and Timmy the dog. Play the luge. This is west along from Portimao. Down towards Saoirse, down the coast. Made famous by poor little Madeleine McCann. But beautiful. Thanks very much. Take a sneaky peek. Sneaky peek at the whole place. Around robot. Which is what? It's about the 25th of May. You probably heard in my voice, I've had the nastiest cold all week. Came on full blown last Monday and I've had it the whole week. This is day 6 of it. I think I'm nearly over it. Had I COVID? Probably. I didn't have a test or anything, but it was horrible. A real killer of a one. Breathlessness, post-nasal drip, blocked head, chesty cough, the whole thing. Full 9 yards. But like I say, I'm feeling a little bit better, so I'm just strolling down the dock here. Rory is doing a job below on his anchor. He brought his boat back. So he got his yard work done. He had it in the yard there for 2 weeks, I'd say. You probably saw that in the last video where we ran the boat up. And since then we had it out for no, we didn't have his out. We had mine out for sale, and that's on video as well. Himself and Jane came out with Paul and Senna, myself. And last week we had a really good week of visitors. You know, Mike and Anya were over. And then Richard Campion came with Alan. And we had a lovely week. Caroline Kidney has arrived. Yesterday, I haven't seen her yet, but I know she's around. My voice, I sound weird. Anyhow, let's see how this guy's getting on with his anchor. He's taking up the whole dock with his stuff, but that's normal around here. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to change the ends. So what happens, of course, over time is if you're anchoring, you're not using it all. You're using maybe half the chain, Rory.
Yeah, I've got 70 metres there.
70 metres.
I use often is probably 20, 25.
Yeah, I think I've got 50 on mine.
Yeah.
So what happens, of course, is that the 25 metres that's in the water, or 30, that starts to rust over time because it's wet.
I mean, this is 2016, that chain. New 2016. So
New in 2016. I have no idea how old mine is, but it came with the boat, so I'm gonna have to do mine now, so I'm gonna have to check it out. So what he's doing is he's changing the ends, so he's putting the wet end on the other end, if you know what I mean, so that the end that hasn't been rusting, the end that hasn't been wet, will now be the end that will be attached to the anchor and then go in the water. Make sense? Kind of. Infine. While she was in the yard, he got his topsides polished. And she's all shiny and new looking, and he did some new grey lines. The old ones were vinyl, which were peeling off after time, so he took those off and he masked it and repainted them himself, and he made quite a good job. To say, in this brave new world, this is fantastic. You can simply YouTube your engine. The guy will tell you what tools you need, and then he'll start to talk you through, in case you're not sure what you're doing. And what are we doing today, Rory?
Carburetor here.
Carburetor.
That's what it's not firing, so we'll check the spark plug as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine is doing as well. Mine at high revs,
Yeah.
it's
mine's
inclined to
just
stutter and give up.
Yeah.
Runs fine until then, but and they look like the engines look about the same size and shape and everything. And so, the explorers begin.
This goes right through the carburetor into the frame.
This bolt.
Yeah.
And what's the problem with these carburetors anyway? It's like if they're not used, is it just the fuse?
Jet blocks if you, yeah. I mean, it's strange. It doesn't seem to happen in cars,
Yeah.
but it happens on boats. So
Yeah, it's quite a common thing, isn't it? Very
Yeah.
common to people say. Just wasn't getting fuel through.
side, yeah. Definitely the choke bit in the front.
Just wandered back down from Rory's boat. He was showing me how to do the carburetor on an outboard. What did I learn? I learned maybe not to do it. Pay somebody. And it's a beautiful day. Hello, Benny. Say hello. Yeah, so I'm feeling a little better. But only fucking a horrible week. Cold and flu. I started to crash last Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday got worse. Thursday, Friday wasn't getting any better. And then I thought I was feeling a little better. Friday, Saturday night I couldn't breathe. Went off up to the public hospital here in Portimao. That's the way they do it here. They don't really go to the doctor. It's hard to find doctors even though I know where there are one or two, so that's what I should have done. But look, I had nothing else to do. I was sitting on my arse 1:30 in the morning, finding it hard to breathe, so I said I'd run out to the hospital. I was a little worried that maybe I had COVID or something, who knows. Anyway, they did the COVID test and I didn't have COVID. Now the problem with these hospitals then, of course, is you're competing with people coming in fucking after getting drunk in falls and falling off motorbikes. And there was nobody in the waiting room, but there were a few ambulances arrived, right? Anyway, long story short, I sat there for 2 hours and 45 minutes and I gave up. I could have been there all night without being seen. It's like that. So they get you in first. There's a nurse at the reception. She does a quick analysis on you. So she did the COVID test, which kind of put my mind at ease, that I didn't have COVID, at least that. And then you just sit about and wait for a doctor eventually. Probably I would have seen somebody, but anyway, I gave up and I came up to bed fucking 4:15 in the morning. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I found some amoxicillin in my medicine box, and I started that this morning because it's that kind of real shitty chesty cold, head and chest, with a horrible cough, and so hopefully this will ride it on.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
Come on, Benny. Leave Saoirse for a while, and we'll take a stroll down the dock to Infine. The intrepid Geraldine is ready for her afternoon trip down to Infine, and we delivered it last year with Rory up to Alvor. He just comes to the pontoons here for the winter, and then he takes it to Alvor and he puts it on anchor for the summer. So we're just going to give a little bit of assistance. Make sure he gets up there safely. You going in that side? Yeah, she came up nice and clean, didn't she? And he didn't make a bad job of the lines, he didn't? Benny trying to figure out how do you get in there? In there we're going to look, Ben, in there. In this gate here. It's a hot day. Those side decks are on fire. We just did a little fire dance while we were unhooking all the lines to get away.
Any fella to go for a spin in the boat.
Jane?
Tarzan. Say hi, Dad. Go for a spin in the boat now. Just rewind now. We'll be back here.
Complètement. Tout de même. Flying wind blowing over here now. This wasn't forecast. And you have. You didn't want to go sailing today. Wow. You could make it 3 hours, 6 hours. Get down here. Is it? What a spot. Yeah, I'll take that house, so thanks.
That's Roger in the crazy cars. Got a cat that fixes the job. This one here, Murray.
So we've arrived at the anchorage in Alvor.